Hey, hey, welcome to Friday. Happy Friday. So, this is Focus on You Friday, and this segment is all about you and it's all about self care. And this week we've been talking about what do you want, self care, gratitude, and forgiveness. And it's all based on our masterclass that we launched on confidencerecabaret.com on Monday, which you can go check out. Amber Clyde shares with us the fabulous dreamscaping and determining, a really great exercise to figure out what you want. I've been talking about it all week, so you can go back and check out this week's videos as well. And then we featured on our podcast, we featured an interview with Amber. So that was a lot of fun because we were talking about, yoga and breathing and really wonderful self-care. And I think that if you can find the thing, it's a little bit like exercise. If you can find the thing you love doing, then the exercise is so much easier. It's the same with self-care. If you can, and exercise is absolutely self-care, by the way. But if you can find the thing that you enjoy, and maybe that's, once a week, having a nice hot bath and in some nice salts with scents and or bubble bath, or if you enjoy going for walks, then having some time to just be out and breathing the fresh air and just feeling that warm sun or the cold, and then that's fantastic. So I talked this week about self-care in alignment with our goals, and it's really occurred to me as I've been reflecting on it this week. It's really occurred to me that a lot of the self-care practices that I do are not aligned with my goals. And a lot of the self-care practices that I don't do would really enable my goals. And I think, if you go back and think about what it is that you want to achieve and how you want to show up in the world and how you want to have confidence, then it's really worth, and actually even what you're grateful for, I would add in there, then it's really worth spending that time and doing that work, because it will inform what self-care is for you. It will really inform how you can honor yourself and look after yourself and just be. I think, very often we kind of go into, oh yeah, I'll try that meditation thing, or I'll try that journaling thing. And we do it like once or a few times, and then we don't stick with it. So if you can go back to what you want, one of the things you possibly want is to feel good or to feel more confident. At Confidence Recovery, we're all about what kind of things inform confidence. And so that might even just be, cooking or baking or some sort of art. Those are all self-care things, and they're not separate, but sometimes we turn them into something. So maybe I do, I don't know, pottery or knitting or running, and we turn them into something where it then becomes, well, now I'm running the marathon, or now I'm running the, through this many days, or now I'm making this jumper for my son's birthday, or now I'm, sorry, sweater, depends where you are. My Canadian roots wouldn't let me not pick that up because we say sweater. Or I'm baking for other people, and I'm doing, and actually we turn a wonderful hobby that was honoring us, that we really enjoy and we feel good in the space, and then it turns into like a whole nother level. So I'm not saying don't bake for people. Not saying don't share with people. I'm not saying don't go running with people or don't go to an exercise class with people. Absolutely do that if that's what you enjoy. But what I'm saying is make sure that it is for you too. So if you love baking and you enjoy sharing it with others and you want to bring it to the neighbors, fantastic. As long as it doesn't then become a burden, like I have to do this because I said I would. I do that a lot, where I start off and I'll say, I'm going to do all these things. And then all of a sudden I think I don't want to do them anymore. And I've now made it into some sort of world domination of sharing baking in my neighborhood, or, I've decided I'm not a runner, by the way. So, but I'll use this example. I've decided I'm now going to run. I'm going to do this challenge, and now I have to do these things, and I don't want to do these things. I'm not saying don't do them, because absolutely see it through, because it will feel fantastic. It's why you decided to do it in the first place. But what I'm saying is make sure that you also are recognizing that it is for you and that it feels good for you. And if you do go for the run and you do the training for the next level, or for the days getting closer to the marathon you've committed to, or whatever it is, that's great if you feel good afterwards when you get back and go, yes, I did it. But if you feel like, oh, I still don't like it, and then you do it again and I still don't like it, and then what are you doing? Like, go back and reevaluate it and just check in. And if it still honors you and it still feels right to you, then do it. But very often we get committed and then we're overcommitted, and then our self-care is no longer enjoyable. I've done that with Christmas baking before. One of my children loves baking, or used to love baking when they were little, and it was great. But it then turned into, oh, and we have to do this, and we have to do this, and we have to do this, and grandma likes that, and your brother likes that, and so, and it became like, okay, so now we have to get up and go, oh, we have to get the baking done. That's not self-care, and that's not it. Now we're just, suddenly all the enjoyment's gone out of it. So just make sure that this weekend you do something that you love. Carry on with your training if you're training for a marathon. Yes. Do continue with whatever it is that you want to achieve, to see it through. If you're starting a business on the side, then that's tough going, because you're tired and then you've still got work to do. Make sure that you're still aligned, that it is still something that you're passionate about, and if it is, keep going. But then take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and just sit and just be and just enjoy. I can't wait to see you next week. Whole new kind of range of topics. February is our self-care month, and it doesn't matter what month you're coming to this, you are so welcome. It's always self-care and self-love around Confidence Through Cabaret. Join us in our community. We want to support you, uplift you, and share the journey together, and celebrate. And I would love it if you would like and subscribe below. I would love it if you join us on our website. All the content's on our website, confidencethroughcabaret.com. All the socials are Confidence Through Cabaret. So you can check us out on Instagram. You can check us out everywhere. However, Twitter is at YBYWYS, those 6 letters. And Clubhouse is at Heather YBYWYS. And that's because it is your body, and it is your world, and it's your stage. Thank you for joining me. I will see you next week.